Hey guys, what's going on? Predlin, and hey, you guys know what to do. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Forgive me for being wearing my dressing gown at the moment. I've just been for a run and had an ice bath, so really freezing right now. I need to warm up in my dressing gown, but let's get into today's video. So I wanted to start off today's video looking at the Man City game that went on the other day. Like, wow, what a win. Watching that game, I was celebrating like Christian Pulisic's goal, which was insane, and Willian's penalty, and that slapping the ball from Fernandinho, all that rubbish. I was right. It was like a cup final to me. I don't know why. I was so hyped for this game. I literally remember tweeting earlier, either the day of the game or the day before, saying like, it's a shame some of our fans are so pessimistic, saying like, you know, oh, a draw will do, a loss is probably going to happen. Like, we need to be confident in winning. If our club was as like negative as the fan base, then we'd never get anywhere. So I'm so glad that we got the win and proved all those haters wrong that were like, yeah, you're just going to get smashed. All the Man United fans that were on our case saying like, yeah, you're 5 points ahead now, but after you play City, it's going to be 2, and then we're going to catch you and we're going to overtake you. And yeah, not happening. We've stormed past City. Got Leicester next in the FA Cup, and I think that'll be a really good indicator of how the rest of the season is going to go. Obviously, we're looking at 3rd place now because we're only 1 point behind Leicester, and if we can beat them in the FA Cup, I think that'll show, you know, are they up for these like big games? Are they going to be able to turn these results around? Because at the moment they're just free falling in terms of points dropping. We're right next to them now, so 3rd place is looking very doable. Of course, you could make an argument for us, you know, not being too fussed about losing the game and keeping them in the cup, so they've got more games to play. But I don't think that's what we'll do. I think we want to get a trophy for Frank Lampard this season and all the boys who have worked hard. But as you can see, Pulisic's goal, of course, what an amazing take from him. Like, that was just unreal. Like, he you know, gets up to the ball and you're like, damn, like, there's 2 guys around him, okay. Mendy puts a foot in and he is gone. Like, Pulisic's pace was absolutely unreal. It was so good from him. And then to have the composure to just slot that around Ederson, beautifully done. Very well done for Pulisic yesterday. Absolute like man of the match by a mile. De Bruyne's free kick, like, oh my god, like world class. I was talking to my mates while we were watching that game, not in real life, over Discord. And as soon as that foul happened and I saw where it was, I was like, De Bruyne's got this. This is in 100%. And lo and behold, he manages to bag the free kick out of the heavens itself. Like, wow, that was insane. I thought at that point, I was like, they're going to get back into this game. They were looking strong. Thankfully, that water break came around like the 60th to 70th minute, and that gives us a little bit of time to, you know, Frank to get his message across and to get the boys hyped up again, a little composure for us to be able to just settle back into the game. And then that Fernandinho handball, man, off the line, he knew what he did. The camera was focused on him and you could just see his face just like, oh, they're going to do it. I was worried that VAR was going to mess it up and not give us the call that was very, very obvious. But they did, got a red card, and I wish in that scenario that it was just goal given, not even a penalty, because you know that ball's going in the back of the net. If he doesn't do it, you get a pen. But imagine the scenario of, you know, he's slapped it off the line. Not that it really means anything, like it's not like it would have won them the title, but he's done that, the game ends 1-1, and, you know, like, imagine if that was a title deciding game for Man City and they win the title off that. Like, it could be a very dodgy situation. So maybe the rules need to be updated to be more, you know, if it was going in anyway, just award the goal. Don't award a pen, because there's a chance it can be saved by the keeper or it can be missed or whatever. But Willian did very well to get that penalty in. And of course, we saw the match, which was very tense. I had a power cut in my house for the last, like, between the 80th and 85th minute, and I was running around the house, like, screaming. I was so annoyed. But it finally came back up. And then looking at the ratings, of course, Giroud is 6.6. So I wouldn't say he had a great game, but he didn't have a bad game. I think he was just sort of doing his job. Pulisic, obviously, immense performance, 7.8. I think these ratings are a little bit harsh. Of course, they are based on statistics only, so 6.4 for Mount. I don't think he played badly. I think he did his job. I think he was sort of just a player of the system in that game against Man City. He was just there to press, to not give him any space, and I think he did his job really well. Kante did good, Barkley good. The backline obviously did very great. Alonso got taken a couple times. I thought he was going to give away a penalty on Mahrez at one point. And thankfully, he managed to keep it all safe and didn't. Kepa 6.2 seems very harsh because I don't think he's ever going to save that free kick, right, realistically. And I thought he did. You're never going to save that. Like, it was just the wall's in good place. He's in like the right side of the pitch at the goal, trying to cover that side, and it was so high over the wall and dipped so quick. It's just perfect free kick. He was never doing anything for that. Ederson had a pretty good game. I mean, he saved them a few times. Kyle Walker 6.8 for clearing it off the line. Like, we generally could have beaten City 4-1 fairly comfortably yesterday. Absolutely insane. Aspi had a very good match, and Christensen, man, what a performance from him. He did very, very well. I've got to give it to Christensen. Of course, the possession, we knew we were going to suffer a possession loss compared to our usual matches against Man City. It's just what you're going to see. We had more shots, dribbles were even, we won a lot of our aerials compared to them, tackles we did even better in, and we weren't even dispossessed as many times as them. So all in all, absolutely fantastic game for us. Of course, the coverage of the game was absolutely awful, because the entire time the commentators were just talking about, oh, Pulisic scored, what does that mean for Liverpool, and showing the Liverpool fans. And it's like, this is a big game for us. You can talk about Liverpool like 20 minutes after the game or something. Like, this was a massive, massive game for us, and it seemed like it was completely overshadowed just because it's Liverpool and they've not won the league in forever, which, by the way, congratulations to Liverpool, absolutely outstanding this season. I've got to give it to them, like, far and beyond anyone else in the league this season. So very well done to Liverpool, but watch your backs, we'll be after you in the next season or two. And then on to the transfer news for this video, and that is Chelsea reportedly lining up a stunning bid for David Alaba as Frank Lampard steps up his hunt for a new left-back. Now, wouldn't that be a nice signing? David Alaba is an absolutely amazing, currently playing more as a centre-back. If we take a look at his Who Scored page, you can see here, this defender centre, 25 appearances this season, with around, let's just call it a 7 rating. And then on the left, he's played 5 appearances, got a goal, got an assist in the centre as well. The 7.11 rating on the left side, so very good either way, really. But of course, David Alaba, 28 years old, fairly tall, about 6 foot, I think he is. This season in general, though, across all of his Bundesliga appearances, he's got a 7 rating, so obviously a very good player still. Of course, he is playing at Bayern, which is, a massive club, and they just dominate that league, so it's a little bit skewed. Like in the Premier League, would he have as good appearances? We don't know. But his strengths are holding onto the ball, passing, direct free kicks, and dribbling. His weaknesses, which I always find really weird to see these ones from a defender, crossing, whatever, aerial duels, and tackling. So he's not good in the end, he's not good at tackling. So take it with a pinch of salt, because, obviously he is a good defender, so we can't just outright say, oh, these say this is his weaknesses, therefore he must be a bad player, which just isn't the case, because we all know, if you've watched him play, that he's very good. Style of player, he likes to play short passes and does not dive into tackles. And then his recent performances here, as you can see, he got 7.23 against Werder Bremen, 6.5 around a lot of this, and then a bunch of 7s along here, which is very good. Against Dortmund, performed particularly well, 7.15, so very good in the big games as well. Of course, everyone knows him. If we take a look at his transfer value at the moment, he is valued at around, let's just call it 45 million, which is quite a good price for a left back, considering we're looking at paying like 70 million for Ben Chilwell. His contract runs until 2021, so he is going to be coming into the last year of his contract, which will be interesting for negotiations. If he wants to come to us, we could wait a year, because it's possible we could stick with, a Marcus Alonso or Emerson for another year, but I think we're definitely looking to get a left back this year, so we would have to pay a fee to get him. If he's going on a free at the age of like 29 though, in 2021, then I do not think we'll be the only club offering him a contract, and it would have to be quite a nice one as well. But it says in this that we're offering a stunning bid, supposedly, so whatever that bid is, it's going to be expensive, I think. But in general, as you can see, you can play a little bit in the centre mid as well, but mostly centre back and on that left side. Definitely more of a centre back these days. But I think it'd be a good fit for Chelsea. Like, we could use someone that can play left back and centre back. Aspie's been that guy for us. He can play along the centre if we need him to, but also can play on either fullback role, really. Yeah, I'd be very happy to see David Alaba come to Chelsea, depending on the fee. I think, like, realistically, him or Tagliafico are similar ages. They're heading into sort of like they're in the prime of their career, you could say. I'm sure David Alaba will be playing until he's, like mid-30s, somewhere about there. Whether he'll be at a top level that whole time, we don't know. But I could definitely see this being a good deal for us. Personally, over Ben Chilwell, I'd definitely take him. Tagliafico, maybe I'd prefer, depending on the price, just because he's a lot cheaper, and would possibly allow for us to get a centre-back as well. But, I mean, David Alaba, what a buy that would be. So, we'll see what comes of this one. The links and the reports aren't like massively strong, but it's very possible we do see this one happen. So let me know what you guys think of this one in the comment section down below. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. See you next time, guys.